Hello and good afternoon. This is the Crafty News. I've always wanted to do that. Welcome to the show. My name is Ben Mosby. You're watching Crafters TV. Two more shows to bring you today, actually, which is very exciting. This one being a craft along. I feel like we've not done a weekday craft along in absolutely ages. And if you've not seen a craft along before, well, it basically does exactly what it says on the title. You can craft along in this show. Everything done in real time, so that if you have got the goodies that we're going to be crafting with today, the Love Hearts collection, you can get all those bits and bobs out and craft along in real time. If you haven't got them, you'll be able to pick them up in this show because we'll have them available for you. And then when they arrive at your door, you'll be able to come back to this show and craft along in the future. If you do already have them and you can't craft along right now but you'd like to do it, of course you can come back to this show at a time to suit. Best way to do that, of course, is to subscribe to our YouTube page, give us a little bit of a like, and subscribe, and then you can create your own playlist. I know lots of people have got their own Sheila playlist, lots of people have got their own Debbie playlist. You've got playlists for various shows, you know, like your own craft along. You can do whatever you like. And of course, you can search for all the shows that we've ever done since day dot. Let's say hello to the lady who is in charge of the craft along, and then once we've done that, we'll find out about the project. I'll show you the deal, and then we'll get right on into it. If you are crafting along as well, do make sure that you let us know, because we'd love to know if you're doing it right now. And then, of course, you can send in your picture at the end of the show. The lady who is doing the craft along, though, it is the one and only Crafty Womble. Here she is, Sheila Halliwell. It's Sheila Showbiz. You right, Sheila?
Yes, thank you. Are you?
Oh, not too bad. You've had like another busy in-between shows there, haven't you? Because you were doing some more filming in between shows. When are you ever not filming?
I don't know.
I know.
I was like, you know what, I'm sure I'm filming in between shows today. And I went out of the studio and sure enough I saw Max was waiting for me and I said, am I filming today? He said, you are in about 4 minutes. And I was like, oh, can you just give me a minute to get my bag and stuff? So yeah, we've just done a frantic 20 minutes recording in the other studio across the way, and then come back in here, got everything set up for this, and then it's like, yeah, okay, more pre-records tomorrow, so it's all go. But
I believe I'm doing that filming, I think, later on this week that you did.
Okay.
So yeah, in the glamour of Studio 3.
It was all right, actually. We get to sit on a chair, there's a nice table set up, the heater was on, so it was warm. Yes, very brightly lit, all nice and relaxed, so yeah.
Well, I hope that I'm afforded the same luxury as it sounds like you've been afforded when I do my filming later. Before I show the deal, what are we going to be making in this craft along, and what do we need to make it?
Okay, so we are going to be making a little, almost like a tiered cake, but there are also gift boxes as well. So if you have got your Love Heart stamp, die and ink pad kit, that is what you will need to hand to make this. You will also need some A4 white cardstock, preferably 300 GSM because we're making boxes as well. The rock fern paper punch, not punk. We haven't got any punks in the room today, so punch. We will need some tools. So the tools will be the Gemini machine. And again, you can possibly get away with your mini machine on this, and your MIDI will be fine, or your Gemini 2, any of those machines will work, and your Junior. We need a guillotine, scoreboard, your scissors, poke tool, tweezers, and some tacky glue. And that's it, really. That's quite a short list, isn't it, for a craft along? We normally have two humongous lists, but yeah. So we're going to be making this little, well, it's kind of like a cake. We've got a tiny, tiny little card here, which if I bring that in, it actually says love you inside. Kiss, hug, kiss, hug. And then we've got the 3 boxes. So these are all separates.
Oh, that is cute.
Separate boxes with lids. So if you wanted to use them as separate boxes, you can. Or if you wanted to maybe give it as a birthday cake or do it as a little wedding cake, you could do that. And then your little card will go on top like that. And that's what we're going to be making.
Nice. give the opportunity to allow you to get all those bits and pieces together. Say a few hellos and then I'll show you the set which you can grab if you haven't yet got it. Jan on the socials for this one. Hello, Jan. Hello, Lois Skiathetis, who says, good morning, everyone, from Ohio. I think I got a follow from you today, Lois, didn't I, on Instagram? Thanks so much. I need one more follow, by the way, for 1,800 followers. I was on 17.99. So if anyone wants to follow me, at Ben Mosby CC on Instagram, if you can. That's all my crafty stuff. Just normal at Ben Mosby if you want any of my stuff that goes on outside of here, which is also quite fun. Give us some follows. Let's get up to 1,800 before the end of the show. Ursa says hello. Hello. Pauline Hassel joins us from Cheshire. Hello, Pauline. And Generous Jen Shank says hello and good morning, everyone. Hello and good morning. Tiffany Sexton is in Idaho, and Mary Shaw is back for more. She is in from Northwest Florida. Jean Marie says hello from New York. And Mary Pat 1000 says good morning, everyone, from sunny Montana. This is the set, if you want to jump in and grab it, the Love Hearts collection. It's really good, actually, because for £17.59 platinum or £21.56, you get everything that you need to get crafting and to get personalising as well. So here, all of your stamps, so all the letters of the alphabet, and then you've got all of your little messages to stamp onto your Love Hearts. So like the Love Heart sweets that we get, you know, the candies, you can stamp them straight on there. So things like true love, how sweet, my hero, be happy, you are cute, miss you forever, you get the gist, and you can stamp those on to your fantastic die-cut hearts. The dies, by the way, it's one die that cuts you 12 hearts with each pass, and they will go through the mini for you as well. So that is a really cool thing. You've also got in there your ink pad. You've got papers in there as well, and you've got a little stamping block included too. So literally everything that you need to get started and get you going with that kit. If you want to jump in and grab it, £17.59 or $21.56. If you've already got it and you've made any projects with it, feel free to send in any pictures to studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. And if you're crafting along with us today, feel free as well to let us know and send in your picture at the end of the show. Right, I'm here. I'm ready to spectate with you guys. If needed, if I get the call, I'll be over there to help out or hinder, as the case may be. But let's get into this, and off we go.
Thank you, Ben. So, first of all, I think it's be good to make the boxes first, because I've already got a few of the little hearts and things cut should I need them, but we will be cutting some more so you can actually see the die if you've not got the collection already. You can see my little pot here of hearts. So let's pop that to one side. So let me give you the measurements for the boxes. So the boxes are all going to be done, the lids and the bases are different sizes because we've got 3 different ones, but we also need to do the scores at the same point on each of the boxes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my, I'm just going to change my glasses because these are my distance glasses, and I was thinking, I can't quite see. Why can't I see? Am I going, am I not well? Am I, but no, it's wrong glasses. So I don't need those now. Those are for the monitor. Ah. There we go. Now I can't see the monitor.
Are they the same glasses?
Really good.
Are they the same frame?
They're very similar. They're not the same frame, but they're both pinky, pinky colour. So, okay. So what we need to do now, I need to bring in the big guillotine. I didn't think about that, did I? I just checked my size. I was like, we need the big guillotine, Sheila. So let's get the big guillotine. And so the largest box needs to be 18 by 18 centimetres. That's what you need to cut. So let's bring out the little arm on the guillotine here, and then we know we've got the right measurements. We push that up in position like that. It's a little bit sticky today.
Oh,
there we go.
There you go.
Boing. Didn't want to come out, did it? It was like, I'm not coming out today. Right, so we need to cut these 2 pieces to 18 by 18 centimetres. So one will be the box lid and one will be the box base. So let's line that up to 18 there. So we'll do that there. And then again, 18 the other way. So let's see that, get that lined up there. And then all these little bits will come in useful for other things. So we need 2 pieces to measure 18 by 18. So let me just grab that one out of there, like that. There we go. And then we'll do the next one the same. So.
If you want to grab a guillotine, they've almost gone. The stock's almost disappeared in the UK.
Really?
Yeah, less than 50 of those to go round.
Great guillotine.
It is a great guillotine, to be fair.
And you will get as well, obviously with your guillotine, you'll get the scoring tool in the top. You can't see it here.
Yeah.
Because then it doubles up as a scoreboard as well. So
Yeah.
you can score on it, which is absolutely brilliant. I don't think I've ever seen a guillotine that has scoreboard on it as well.
No, 100%.
In my 20 years of being a demonstrator, I don't think I've ever actually seen that. So I just love a guillotine.
It's like the superpower of our guillotine, isn't it?
Isn't it? Yeah, I love a guillotine. I always have done. I'm a proper guillotine girl,
Yeah.
as they say.
It's a cut above the rest. Oh, lol.
Okay, so that's our largest box. So that's the base box. Then the next one, we're just going down by 2 centimetres. So we're going 16 by 16. Okay, so let's cut 16 that way and 16 this way. Okay, like that. And then I'm just going to lift my up with my pokey tool. So that's 16. Want another one of those. And then your smallest one is going to be 14 by 14 centimetres. Okay, so let's do that one. 16 by 16. It's really nice to do a craft along with other people present because Jamie is always here on hand, and me and Jamie do a lot of craft alongs together.
Yeah.
But it's usually in the morning, it's just me. So we chat amongst ourselves, and he asks questions and I ask him questions, and we chat away while we're doing it.
Nice little chit chat.
But today, obviously, we are doing a
got
craft
me.
along with Ben as well, and
Yeah.
Dean. So
Oh yeah, Dean.
that's
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Got lovely Dean as well. So
Yeah.
yeah. So the 14 by 14 centimetre pieces, you will get both of those out of 1A4, whereas the bigger boxes you'll need to use a piece for each lid and base, but we can get 2 out of 1 sheet for the smallest ones. So these little pieces we're going to keep because we're going to use one of these for the little card that goes on top after. So let's just pop that over there out of the way like that. So we've now got our pieces. We've got 6 pieces, 2 at 18 by 18, 2 at 16 by 16, and 2 at 14 by 14. So there you can see what we have now. Now let's pop that over there. So now we need to bring in the scoreboard. So, and the scoreboards are great because obviously they will allow us to make a box and a lid with 2 pieces the same size. So all the measurements for all 3 boxes are going to be the same where we score. So we're going to score at 4.5 centimetres. So we want to do one on this side for the lid. It says at the bottom, box lid here. So you know that's for the lid. And then we put the other piece on the box base here. And we do it that way around. So all you need to do is we're going to come in at 4.5 centimetres. And we're going to score down there like that. And then we're going to turn it. We're going to do 4.5 there. We're going to turn it, and we do 4.5 there, and then we turn it, and we do 4.5 there. And that is our lid. And then we bring the same size one in, and we put it to this side of the board, and we do exactly the same. So we do 4.5. Now then, do you know what? And I didn't realise that the measurements were at the bottom here because it's rare you look at the bottom, you just see box base. So the other day when I was doing this, I was going, okay, so I need to come in 1, 2, 3, 4.5, and then so I did the first box like that. I was like, Sheila, you just made life really difficult. The measurements are at the bottom here, so you just go up the line here, 4.5 coming in that way. Oh goodness me, honestly. I can be dangerous sometimes, can't I? So we go 4.5 there, and then we go 4.5 here. Now, this is a bit weird because this one, if you want to turn your board round, you can't. But you know what? Once you get used to scoring from the bottom to the top, I quite liked it. I thought, you know what? I quite like this way of scoring, going from the bottom up to the top. And whether it's because this part of the board is nearer to me that I feel more comfortable because I can see it better than when I'm scoring from up the top. 'Cause
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a bit of a stretch for me, really. So there we go. So that's both of the small ones done. So again, we bring in the next two and we do exactly the same. So 4.5 on the lid side and 4.5 on the base as well. So just come down 4.5.
I'll say hi to, sorry, Carolyn's joined us. Finally awake, full of coffee. Jackie Kosh is in. Made it time for the show. Sophie has to get her exercise and give the neighbourhood dogs a cookie. Aww. And Carol Lee says, good morning, Crafters Companion, some sunny SoCal. I have had so much fun with this Conversation Heart kit. I bought it last year and made cards, boxes and bags festooned with hearts.
It's a really cute kit, isn't it? When we got it back in stock, like, was it a couple of weeks ago now?
Yeah, maybe 3 weeks ago, I think, perhaps, wasn't it?
It was before Valentine's, wasn't it? And I was like, I don't know what it is. And I kept looking through things thinking, what is it? And then said, oh, it's the Love Heart kit.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know what it is. He said, yeah, it's this one. I was like, oh my goodness, because I'd not seen it when it first came out because I wasn't here. So again, I've really enjoyed like using it. You know, it's been really nice to use it. And I thought, what can we do with it? Because when you're coming up to Valentine's Day, it's a great opportunity to do it, It's a great opportunity to use it, should I say. But I thought, right, what else can we do? What else would we have a love heart on? I mean, you can use a love heart on anything, really, can't you?
100%, yeah.
But I thought, okay, I wonder if we could do like a little cake. It could be a birthday cake, it could be a wedding cake, it could be an engagement cake, it could be a Christmas cake. You could do it in dark colours and do it as a Halloween cake. You know, it just...
a Halloween cake.
Can you imagine that with hearts on as well?
Spooky cake,
like green, orange and purple hearts.
Yeah.
It would be amazing, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So maybe later in the year, if we've still got them in stock, we can do that.
And you could write your own spooky messages on the hearts, couldn't you?
You could, indeed. So now we've got our 6 pieces. So what we do now is we need to do a bit of folding, and also we want to do some of the cutting. Now, when you're cutting, it depends actually on what you like doing, whether you like scoring and then cutting and then folding, or whether you like scoring, cutting and then folding. I think everybody's a little bit different. So if I bring in the top box here, and these are quite a snug fit actually, so I might have to just try and get my little nails in there to pull them out. There we go, it's coming out now. So let's just pull that out there. So they fit really nicely together, as you can see. And then you pop them back on there like that, and they just close up nice and snug. And I think that's partly because we've got the 300 GSM card stock. So what I'm going to do the way I like to do it, which is to fold it first and then cut it. But it's up to you, however you want to do it. I like to fold them and then cut them. But I know a lot of people like to cut them and then fold them. And that's, I think, for me, if I do it this way, I can stop my scissors going too far. If I cut them first and then I have the little bits here, they can sometimes be a bit untidy for me. But that's just me. I'm not giving you the right or wrong way to do it. You all know how you like to do it best, so this is just how I always do it.
Yeah.
Again, you can do whatever you like.
Carol D says, I was so surprised to see a live craft along today. What a treat. And Kelly O'Sullivan. Kelly was listening to my radio show this morning. She sent me a message. Thank you, Kelly.
Nice.
She says, afternoon to Ben and Sheila. I'm going to give this a go, but watching first with a nice cup of coffee. Really appreciated your message this morning, Kelly. I hope you heard your shout out. Give her a shout out on the radio. Crafty Angie is in. And Quiggers is back. Jane Quigley says, I bought this. It's brilliant. I also had a little pad of pastel coloured card, and I've made so many projects with it. And Carol D says it's definitely a kit that will never go out of style, and it has less sugar as well than the original Love Hearts. Exactly right.
Yeah. Well, in my brain when I was doing it, I was thinking about putting glitter on and everything. But you know, once you start to do it, and you start to run out of time, you know, and I had so many other things that I needed to do as well for the shows today. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to have to. You know, make it quite plain and clean. Yeah. And I always take it into Wayne and say, Wayne, what do you think about this? You think you should add some glitter? And he says, no, sure, I think it looks nice like that. It's nice and simple, nice and clean. And if you want to actually, you know, decorate it with glitter, You can do that, and everybody might want to do different things. You know,
Yeah.
everybody has different ideas, don't they? And so yeah. So I just decided, well, I'll not do the glitter, but I think you could with your glue pen or your tape. I even thought about using the rickrack dies and decorating around the edges with those.
Oh, that'd be nice.
But then afterwards, I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to do that. I'm not sure if I want to do that. Right, so which ones have I just cut here? Obviously, I've thrown them. I've only done one, haven't I? Going crazy. Right, okay, so let's just do some cuts in this one then. So we're going to do, you can do your little kind of angled bit as well if you want to. And the good thing is as well with this is the small boxes, the little side tabs here when we fold them in, they are okay. The tabs just about meet, I think, on the small box. But then on the bigger boxes, you might need to cut a bit off because otherwise they will overlap when you glue them in place, and that can sometimes make it that the lid doesn't fit on the box.
Yeah.
So that's what we need to do. Let's do that one so we know we've got that one there. So again, let's cut up the line there, and your big scissors are great for doing this. Okay, so we'll do that, and we'll do that. Now you can mark on them if you want to, which is your lid and which is your base, but I just make them and then put them together because it's pretty obvious then. One will go over the other, one will go inside the other. So it's. But if you do want to put a little mark on to say lid or base,
Just
then
write
you
it on
can
in
do
pencil,
that.
can't you? Yeah.
Yeah, because
Rub it out
one's
later.
definitely bigger than the other, just by a fraction.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's that one, and then we've got this one to do, and then the boxes.
That's what we've done, aren't they?
Can go together then.
Yeah. It's one of those craft-alongs when you see it finished first up. Certainly me, you go, oh, well, that looks quite, it's going to be quite technical and difficult to do. But then when you break it down, it's actually very achievable, isn't it?
Of course it is, yeah. And do you know what? Half the battle is getting the measurements for the box.
Yeah.
And where you score. That's half of it. You know, you come up with an idea and you go, oh. Like this morning with the aquarium, I did a slightly different size to what I've done before on the aquarium. So I was like, right, I'm going to have to just change the measurements as I go. And it's very easy to doubt yourself when you're putting it together for the first time, or you've not actually got a template. You start to try and, you do it and then you think, right, I think that will go there, that will go there. And then you go, hang on, that's not going to be right, is it? And because we're so used to having like cameras like over our heads or in front, you do doubt yourself when there's a camera because you go, oh, people are watching. Now, what if I do it wrong?
Are they?
Yeah, people
No
are
one
watching.
told me.
What if I actually do it wrong now?
We're all friends here though, Sheila, aren't we?
We are. Doesn't matter.
It's fine.
Doesn't matter. It's, as we've said before, it's just craft, it's a hobby, and it's all about enjoying it. Nobody is standing over your shoulder saying, that's wrong, or what a mess that is. As long as you're enjoying it and you're happy, then that's what matters. That's the most important thing. So, and then you'll learn, if you do make a mess of it, you'll go in next time and you go, oh, I should have done it like that. Well, next time I do it, I'll add a centimetre there, or I'll bring that in a bit smaller, or I'll do it with a different cardstock. And you don't know until you try it, do you? So what I've got here are the measurements. So obviously 18 by 18, 16 by 16, 14 by 14, 2 pieces of each. And then you're going to score one at 4.5 centimetres on the lid side, and the other one at 4.5 centimetres on the box side, which will then give you your 6 pieces. So all you need to do now is you need to bring these in, and these will make up your boxes.
When you were just cutting them, Kelly's just asking, were you cutting on the score line or just to the side of the score line?
I was kind of cutting on the score line,
right,
because when you've folded it, it looks a little bit different because it kind of goes a bit thicker depending on what you scored it with.
Right.
But you know what? It's not the end of the world.
I suppose as long as you cut the same on each of the corners, it'll be right, won't it?
Yes, it will. So what the best thing to do now is, I found, is because the boxes, the small boxes, have got an overlap, quite a big overlap, and because I'm on 300 GSM card, I figured that's giving me double thickness then, and that might just cause it to be too snug that it won't fit together.
Right.
So what I've done, I've put both of the ends together here like this. So, like that, I've kind of married them up together, and then what I've done, I've taken my scissors and I've chopped through the, you're not got, as long as all these other tabs are out of the way, then you'll be fine. And what I've done, put them together like that, so line them up, show you on this side, so line them up like that, because that's how they're gonna sit. And then what you can do is just snip that, and a couple of little pieces will drop out. But then, when we put those together, they should probably not overlap. If you find you've got a little bit extra, then chop a bit off, just so that they don't overlap when you put them together. They meet. And it doesn't have to be perfect, we just want it to meet so that it doesn't overlap, because that is then what makes it snug. So you can see they're like two little wardrobe doors now, like that.
Oh, yeah.
And then when we stick them in like that, it's still nice and neat inside, but it just means it fits better. And then you do the same with that side. Again, as long as these are nice and straight together at the top, a quick chop up the middle with your big scissors, like that. And then, and if you find, again, you might need another little tiny bit cutting off one of those, then you can do that. And then when you bring them in like that, they will hopefully just go together.
Yeah.
So that's when you can glue them. Now, I've only used tacky glue in the whole of this. I do like using tacky glue to do boxes. You can use red tape if you want to. You can use your hot glue gun, whatever you want to use. But I really love using tacky glue for most construction, really. So again, and then you just glue in your tabs like that. Okay. And then they're going to go on there.
Perfect.
Like that. So it means it's nice and snug.
Yeah.
And then if you want to, before you actually glue them down, if you just do a check that you've not got any overhang here. If you have, it's not because you've measured it wrong. It's because you've scored, folded, and then cut up what you think is best is the score line. But because, as I've just said, if you've done it with a thicker tool, you're going to get like, you'll get your score line and then you'll get a kind of little ridge. So to get your scissors bang on there can be quite tricky. So yeah, I mean, just have a little look. And if you think, oh, it's a little bit, there's a bit showing there. I mean, if it's only a millimetre, I won't be worrying about it. But then, and again, you might want to then dress the edge with some lace or something so you wouldn't see it. So don't get too hung up about that. And you can always snip off extra bits afterwards if you think it feels a bit like there's too much of an overhang. But it's unlikely on something like this. It's just a matter of getting it lined up like that. See, now I've got a little bit there where I've gone up the score line, but I don't think I've gone quite straight as I thought. So for me, I just trim that bit off. That bit is fine there like that. And that's our first little one there.
Yeah.
Okay, and we'll do the same with this one. So again, let's do that. And then what we're going to do, once we've done the little boxes, then we will start to, I'll show you how to do the flowers.
Oh, yeah.
The flowers are done with the hearts. So obviously...
you make the flowers with the hearts?
Yes.
Ooh, okay.
Yes. So
interesting.
Yes. I thought, what can we do with those hearts that's a little bit different? So we're not just doing it with hearts. Yeah, they're made with the hearts.
Have you, just out of interest, Kendall's asking whether or not you've got the measurements in inches because you've been doing it in centimetres, haven't you?
Yes, I will have a look at that. I will have a look at it once we've got a bit further on.
Yeah.
Do remind me, Ben or Dean or someone, about the inches, because we can just probably convert that. I usually do, I try and do it in both because I'm a bit of a, you know, when I'm knitting, I tend to go with inches because that's what I've always done, being a knitter for many years. And knitting patterns only used to be in inches years ago. So I've kind of got used to that now. So I forget that, you know, a lot of people use centimetres as well.
What does everyone tend to work in who's watching now? Are you more centimetres or are you more inches at home? You have to let us know.
I think in America it's inches, isn't it?
I think we tend to do inches here, don't we, rather than centimetres?
Yeah, I think... Do you know what? Sometimes I do a bit of both.
I flip between both, definitely.
Because, you know, if I'm measuring like a bit of space where I want a cupboard, and then I get the... I need the measurement for the gap. what I do is I look at it in centimetres, because I know that the furniture I would probably buy would be in centimetres. So I measure it in centimetres. But if it's a bit of a tricky one, then I'll turn the tape measure over and go, right, will it be easier if I do it in like inches? Or is it, you know, to get nearer to a whole number? And that's what I do. So there you go, we've got our first little box, and that is the top layer. And as I said, you could always add glitter, you could add some of your rickrack dies, but that just gives you your first box. So let's now do this with these. So let's look at the tabs here. Now, because this is a bigger box, they don't overlap as much. So again, just hold them together at the bottom and then chop up there, and then the same with these two at this side, so that then when we put those on with the glue, they are not overlapping and making that box too thick for the lid to fit. Okay, so, and then we can just pop this on quickly. And that one as well. So I'll do that one there. Just hold it in place for a second. Tacky glue bonds really well and really quick to our white 300 GSM cardstock. It's really, really nice cardstock to do any of your construction with. So there we go.
Yeah, most inches actually. Lois works in inches, Jen Shank inches, Kelly O'Sullivan, I do inches, as I use a lot of fabric as well, so that is obviously a soft craft thing, Sheila.
Yes, yes. Yeah, I think in America it still tends to be inches really. I feel like they work in inches more. I can just tell with my sister, you know, if she says how big is that when I'm speaking to her, she'll say, what's the size of that, you know, and I'll say, well, how do you want it? And she'll say inches. So, and that's what she's come to learn over time of, you know, living in America. So,
yeah,
as James Brown said, living in America, not inches and centimetres.
great song that. Rocky IV.
Rocky IV, yeah.
He starts it, he performs it at the beginning of the Apollo Creed Ivan Drago fight. That's a great movie, that. I like the director's cut. Our resident film buff. Does that mean it's longer? Oh, it's very different, apparently. Yeah, I didn't really like the robot in Rocky IV. There's no need for that robot. A bit more serious without the robot, he's just saying in my ear. Rocky IV. Right. I have some of the music from Rocky IV on my fitness playlist.
Really?
Yeah. You know, when he's doing like the montages, he's like doing all of his training.
Yeah.
I have that music in me on my earphones when I'm doing my runs and stuff. Pretend I'm Rocky Balboa.
Do you? Do you punch when you're running down the street?
Yeah, it's got me into a bit of trouble actually.
Yeah, no, don't you punch people. You just do air punching.
Yeah.
And you're running round the estate, getting fit. Yes, brilliant.
Good morning, Laurie Lee. She's joined us in North Texas. And Jane Quigley, I got used to both in inches and centimetres, and most of my knitting patterns are both. I really believe that crafting has enhanced my math skills. Rhonda says, I use inches also. Sorry, I use inches unless I'm trying to follow someone on YouTube that uses metric. Yeah, because imperial, isn't it? Inches, metric, centimetres.
So, let's
let me know if you need any cut any hearts, whatever. We've got 25 minutes left.
I think I'll be calling for your help.
Are you good for time, or?
I think I'll be calling for your help in a few minutes.
You just put the bat signal out. I'll be there.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking, well, we'll show the boxes because I think this is the trickiest part. And if people wanted to make the cake, then it's nice to have the measurements of the boxes.
Yeah, and that's what all these shows are about,
to do.
seeing everything happen, isn't it? Seeing it all take place.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
In real time.
Yeah, and I always like it at the end of the craft along or the show when I've got two of whatever I made. I've got the prototype, as we call it, and then the original, and then we've got a second one. And there's always a difference. There's always a difference, because now I'm thinking as well, because we've done that one in the pink, blue and the yellow, that's meant that I've used a lot of my pink and blue and yellow paper that comes in or card that comes in with the hearts. So I'm thinking, right, well, we might have to, should we do a bit of like orange and the lilac on this cake, just so we have got a little bit of a difference. Because that'd be quite nice, wouldn't it? Yeah. So this one, you don't have to trim too much off the little tabs. You don't have to put them together because there's not as big a kind of overlap. So I'm just cutting about 0.5 centimetre off, and that will mean that they just kind of sit nicely there. And then we'll have our 3 boxes, which is good. I actually made, and I don't think I brought it with me. I mean, I might have done. I actually made the tiniest box. I don't think I brought it with me actually, and it actually was really, really small. It was just so cute, and I did it with a lid on it. But then I was thinking, oh, that's too difficult. You know, when you make like a dice.
Yeah.
I thought it would be too difficult to do that. It's always nice to have a box, separate box and a lid, I think, when you're doing a cake. So we've got now our last couple of tabs to do. And obviously you don't have to do it this quick. You can take your time.
Yeah, you won't be timed by TV time, will you? So.
No, you won't have just an hour to do it. You can do this over, you know, a period of hours. Take your time, allow everything to dry. But yeah, it's a fun little thing to do. I've enjoyed doing it. See, now on the top of this one here, I've got a tiny little bit that I don't want. So what I'll do, I'll come in this way actually and just snip that off like that so it's a bit more even. And then we'll see how that goes really nicely in there. And there we have our 3 boxes.
Woohoo!
So they're done now.
Right. So boxes all done.
Yeah.
So we just need the decoration for it, which we'll be doing in just a few moments' time. I'll go over and help if needs be.
Absolutely.
Also, just to say a massive thank you to everybody that has signed up to Craft Pals. We've got so many people already signed up for this. If you fancy getting involved and you haven't yet made your mind up, you've got up until end of play on Sunday. 1st of March on Sunday, can you believe? I know, it's flying over. And if you haven't heard about Craft Pals yet, then this little video will give you all the information that you need.
Introducing Craft Pals, our exciting new pen pal programme, created to connect crafters everywhere through the joy of making and sharing handmade cards. Whether you love crafting thoughtful notelets or beautifully hand-finished cards, Craft Pals is all about creating something meaningful and sharing it with someone who appreciates it just as much as you do. Sign up to Craft Pals and you'll be matched with a fellow crafter to exchange handcrafted cards, creative inspiration and a heartfelt connection each month. If you love crafting with purpose, don't miss out. Sign up by March 1st to be matched with your very own Craft Pal.
By the magic of TV, I'm now over the other side of the studio.
You are, aren't you?
I am. You all right?
Yeah.
Do you need me to do anything?
Yeah, I do. I need you to cut some hearts, maybe.
Yeah, I'm good at that.
Yeah. So, do you think we should do a little bit of a change in colour?
Right. Oh, you've got loads in there.
I have, yeah, but I don't think it's enough because we need 2, 4, we need 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We need 12 to do a flower.
Oh, gosh.
So, I've already got some cut in lilac and I've got some cut in blue and yellow, but then obviously we have to decorate around the edge as well, so it might be good to use some lilac and some orange.
Like
so
orange.
you want to cut. Now, what I did, Ben, just to get the most out of these sheets.
Oh, yes, I remember you saying.
I actually
got it right over, didn't you?
Yeah,
and then you were able to go there and there.
Yeah, I think I got 15 out of a sheet,
Yeah.
so I got 12. No, more than that. I got 12. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I got 21 because then I put these on the end.
Yeah,
and
I'll
then
do that.
So if you want to do
So
that,
a sheet
that
of
would be brilliant.
orange and a sheet of purple.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, because we've already got some purple.
And make
at
the
least-
hearts.
Yes.
Why do you have to be a heart maker?
So we're using a piece of the scrap card now as well that
Okay.
was from one of the sheets that we cut to. Now I'll give you the measurements in 1 second.
Okay.
So this piece is about 2 inches by 2.5 inches, or 5 centimetres by 6¼ centimetres. And we're folding it in half, and that's going to be our little card that we will use to put on top of the cake. And then all you need to do is you can get your little stamps like this. Fabulous.
Fabulous.
And then we'll just put love you in there. Like
Profesh as always.
And then we will do the little kiss.
Ah, this is where I need the MIDI because it won't go through.
Oh, yes, of course, I did it on my Gemini, I think, so I did my G2.
Cometh the hour, cometh the MIDI.
You love that MIDI, don't
Love
you?
it. In fact, I'm just going to use the MIDI. Minnie, you had your chance and you blew it, mate. You blew it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look who's back in town. Marvin the MIDI.
Having the MIDI.
Yeah.
Now, if you've got your Rockfern punch, you can actually cut some of these little leaves out. You don't need many because I've only put 6 on. So you're going to use a minute amount from your green sheet. Again, you can just pop that on there and cut it like that. And that will give you your little leaves. So we've got 6 of those already cut, and I thought that would work quite nicely. Oh, I'm having a tropical moment. It's gone mild, isn't it?
That's gone mild. Do you want the fan?
It's gone mild. I'll go and put it on. I'm having a warm minute.
Oh.
Woo! I'll just switch that on. We'll have to just watch it don't blow the hearts away and ruffle up your hair, Ben. You don't want your hair getting ruffled, do we?
Oh, my hair.
Your hair.
No.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, it's nice, that, isn't
Oh,
it?
it feels like we're on a tropical beach now, doesn't
Doesn't it, eh?
Oh, hey, we like that.
Hey, what? Oh, hey,
Oh,
ooh, what?
hey.
Oh, dear.
Oh.
Hey, oh. Wow.
Right, so let's get some hearts here. So for your flowers, you're going to need 2 hearts like that. Then we're going to need 4 hearts. Let's have a look. In fact, we can use some orange ones because I've already got a little purple flower should we need it. So we're going to need 2 of those, and then we'll need 4.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 22 I made.
22.
Is that what you did?
Oh, I got 21, I think.
Ha! Oh, sorry.
Whoa!
Sorry, that was a bit loud.
whoa.
Ha!
Ha!
Ha! Right, and then we're going to do 22 of these as well.
Yeah, see, I think that's why you got 22.
Oh,
There's a couple of them have chopped,
no,
chopped
sorry.
the ends off, but it doesn't matter,
Sorry.
it doesn't matter. So
Okay.
let's show you how to do the flowers. So you need 2, 4, and 6. So what we do here is we take 2 of them and we do a little line of glue here, not right up to the top and not right down to the bottom, just to the side there of the centre section, because we need to have a little bit of, we need to have like an overlap, like that, but we also need to be able to still have a bit of a gap here for when we shape, okay? So 2 go like that, and then we do 4 this time, like this. So as long as the point lines up with the other point there, and then the round bit. So this time we're adding, we've got 4 here, like that. So we're going to do like that, okay. And then 4th one, just there. And your tacky glue will hold this fine, like that. So we have 4, and then we do 6 then. So 1, 2, okay, and then we do, again, a line there, 3, and then slide the points up and the rounded bits, so a little bit here as well, like that. And it's great if you've got your little fine nib glue applicator for this. Works really well. And we do that. And then we do... Ben is like a machine here, chopping away, dicing, isn't he? Like Rambo.
Machine. Anything else I can do?
Yes, do you want to do some of these hearts like this?
Can do. I wasn't really watching what you were doing. But
Okay.
oh, you're just sticking and making a flower.
So it's two. You need two first, and what you do, put tiny bit of glue on, just like that. Then don't go right to the top or right to the bottom.
Right.
Like that. Just do it to the side of like the halfway mark, and then that one will line up like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Like that. And then you'll do 4 together, like that, exactly the same as that, but just 4, and then you'll do 6, so you end up with that.
Right.
Like that. Okay.
Okay.
If you don't want to do it though, it's fine.
No, I do want to do it.
Okay, good.
I always want to do it.
Good. I know you do. So what we need to do now, I need to get my tweezers, and if you've got your little squeezers, not those are my knot squeezers. Let's get these here. So these are my squeezers here. Okay, so what you need to do, turn it so you've got the hearts upside down, and then you're going to get this bit here, and you're going to kind of roll it over. Now, you might be better to hold your tweezers there, because if you hold them here, the temptation is that you squeeze them, and then this will come undone. So if you hold them there like that, what you're going to do is just roll that round all the way, and if you want to move them a little bit further to the edge, you can. Bring that all the way around like that, okay, to there. And then what we're going to do, we're going to turn that a little bit tighter, like that. And then we're going to bring that all the way around to there like that. Okay, and then we will glue that. So I might just grab a bit of that glue, Ben, and again, we're just going to do that like that. So that is your centerpiece. So you can see now how that's rolled up, and you just hold it for a second. If you feel like it's gonna come undone, you can always just grab it with a second pair of squeezers like that. Okay, so then we get the next one here. Now this is a bit more fiddly, because what we need to do with this is we need to get this one here over the top of the back there, like that. So that's what we're going to do there. We're going to, can you see what I've done there? So this one here is coming over this one here. Right, and again, we're going to do like we did before. We're just going to put a little bit of glue on that bit there. So we'll just borrow that glue there.
Yeah, right.
Beautiful.
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 Nice one, Tan.
And then we're just going to hold that for a second. Again, if you've got a second pair of squeezers, you can always get that to hold that for you while that goes together and dries. So what you'll see now, you'll see that you've got these bits here that are separate. Okay, and this one is, but this has got glue on it. No, this is the one with the glue on. So what we need to do now, while that is drying, so let me find the bit where I've just glued. It's that bit there. I'm going to hold it. What we need to do to insert the middle into this, you've got to cut the end off here. So bring in your big scissors, like that, okay? And if you need to cut a little bit more off, you need to make sure that there's a good little like hole there to get this into. Now this will be firm now, this is dry. So what we do now is we get this bit, we put that in, but we need to put a little bit more glue in there. So there we've got, oh, where's that one? That one will do, won't it? We've got that one, Debbie's little invention. So let's pop this, some tacky glue in there now. And then we pop this in there and we push it gently till it comes out the hole like that, because we don't need all that on there. So you can see now how we've got that little bit in the middle. Okay, so then what we can do is we can chop that off in a minute, but in the meantime, we need to shape these flowers. So what we do with this one, if you use your pokey tool, just wrap it around there like that. And then you're going to do the same with the next one, just to give it a little bit of like fullness. Same with that one. And same with that one. Now this is the one we glued, so you'll probably not have as much freedom with that one, but that doesn't matter as long as you can get a little bit of shape. And then what you do is thank you, Ben. And then what you do is you do that. And again, bring that over your pokey tool. Again, that one, bring that over your pokey tool. And you can still pull this one a little bit apart there. Let's get a little bit of shape in that, and a bit of shape in that one, and then a little bit more shape in that.
Okay. And
that one, and then that one, and that one.
Dan has made an aquarium and sent a photo to us. We'll have a look at that.
Already?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, we only did it this morning.
I know.
Oh my goodness. These crafters of ours, they're right on it, aren't they?
They are right on it.
Right on it.
And Usa says, I like your shirt, Ben.
It's beautiful, isn't it? We love it.
Thank you. It's Joe Brown's. Joe, if you're watching, I always wear your shirts here on Crafters TV. Always love to be a representative for the brand. Joe Brown's. If you want to send any over, freebies. Happy to wear them on air for a little mint.
Brilliant.
Ben Mosby CC on Insta and Facebook. I always wait till there's a sale on at Joe Brown's because
I know you said that.
Expensive. I love
they
their
have
stuff.
some nice stuff though, don't they?
Really nice stuff. I'd buy the whole wardrobe if I could.
Really, I very often look at the boots they do.
Oh yeah. They do like home decor as well now, and like interior stuff. It's very I don't know what the style is. Some of it's a bit too kind of, I don't know what the word is. I can't think of the word. A bit too maybe sort of like boho chic for me.
Yes.
But I like the jacket, like the men's jackets and like the waistcoats they do. They do some really cool like boots and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, very kind of like smart cash. Smart
Nice.
cash.
Nice.
Yeah, Joe Brown's.
So you can see now how we've shaped those petals just with the pokey tool. And it shapes really nicely. If you wanted to add ink, you could. If you wanted to put a little bit of glue on the ends and then pop, dip it in the glitter that way. So all we need to do now is, if we chop this off now, because this end of the like stamen bit that we put in first, because that'll be dry now, and then this can now sit flat inside there. So let's do a good dollop of tacky glue again. And if you prefer to use hot glue, then you can. And then you can just pop that in there wherever you feel it fits nicely. You'll see that it sits nice and snugly inside.
Do you want me to stick any of the other hearts around those boxes?
Yeah, if you want to.
Because we've only got 8 minutes left.
So do you want to put some orange ones round? So the ones in twos are really easy to do. I'm not sure if you've got any more. Even if you do multicoloured ones, it doesn't matter.
So where do you want them? Just like that, yeah?
Yeah.
To go all the way around?
Yeah, because we've got one there like that. So you see as well, when you've done your flower, all I've done is stuck it on with tacky glue, and I've just put tacky glue under 2 of the petals. So if I bring in, let's have a look. I'll bring in the lilac flower that I'd done previously while I was at home. So we could put that one on there. And best thing to do is just move it round like that and see where it sits best. If you feel like you need to curl a couple more of the petals so it'll sit on the edge, that's all I've done.
Oh man.
So I've kind of
stuck to my finger, it's fine.
So you can kind of stick it like that, you see, so it just balances on the end. So all I would do is just go in with a bit glue there and in with a bit glue there, like that. And then that will just sit on the end of the box. And let's do it so that we've got the nice bit at the front there. So we can do that. Let's just hold that on there.
I've been so intent on cutting and sticking and stuff, I've not actually seen how you created those flowers. You have to show me afterwards.
I'll show you after, yeah. So they make really pushy flowers, don't they?
Yeah, it's crazy.
The flowers are really, really lovely when they're done. And they're quite strong as well. They're quite tough. And the fact that they've got those stitching marks on as well makes them pretty. And then, of course, you can just grab 1 or 2 of your little green leaves. And you can just put 1 or 2 like that. So you can just put 1 there. So it just overhangs a little bit, like that. And then another one here. So again, we can do that one there. Just tuck it in.
6 minutes.
I know. I don't think we'll get the whole thing done.
No, but you get the idea, don't
Got
you?
the idea, because basically what you do on one, you repeat for all the others. But you can see how that sits quite nicely then on there. And then if you were to, so now we've got like a purple one, you know, so you might want to change that one round a bit and have it like that. And that's the beauty of them. The more you have, the more you can mix and match. So you might think, oh, do you know what? I feel like I want the purple one on here, and I want to do it so that my flowers actually come round here.
Did you do the inch measurements, by the way?
Oh, the inch measurements. Let me have a look.
Thanks, Jan.
Let me have a look for reminding
Jan's
me.
reminded me.
Let me find my. There we go. So in inches, 4.5 would be. So 2.5 centimetres is an inch, isn't it? So I'm guessing it might be about 1 3/4. Let me just do best thing to do is for me to do a score there like that, and then take that over to there.
Oh, I've done
So it is 1 point, did you say 0.7? It's kind of verging between the two. Well, like one, you could make it easy for yourself and either do 1 7/8 or you could do 1 6/8. It's kind of lining up between either. And as long as you've got that measurement, your boxes would need to be, let me see, so 14 by 14 would be, okay, 18 would be 7 1/8, 7 1/8, 7 1/8 in an inch, which that one is 18 centimetres. So about 7 yeah, it's weird actually when you do it on a scoreboard and then you do it on a calculation online and then you do it on your guillotine, there can be a tiny discrepancy. But yeah, so 16 centimetres is, what is that? About 6.2, 6 2/8.
That'd be about right, yeah.
And then 14 centimetres is, what's that one?
14.
5.5. So that's 5.5 inches because we do that in inches. And then what did we say the 4.5 centimetre was? Yeah, so it's 1 7/8 of an inch because that's how it works. So let's have a look. So 4.5 centimetres equals 1 7/8 of an inch. So it's 1 7/8 inches, almost 2 inches. And then 14, 16 and 18 will be 5.5 inches, 6 2/8, and then 7 1/8. So again, it's, you know, if you've got a scoreboard, you can try it and flip it over. But if we hold those there, then obviously these are the sizes if you're doing it in centimetres. So we've got like that. If you want to do a screenshot, take a photo, or you're watching the show and you're saving it, at least then you've got some. But if you've got any quandaries about it, do let us know. Shall we just pop that little orange one on there? Sorry, Ben.
That's all right.
So let's stick that one on one of the boxes there. And then that's cute. Yeah.
It's fab, isn't it? Really fab. So you just decorate your other boxes up with your love hearts. The flowers are brilliant, I've got to say. They look
really
like
cute,
proper,
aren't they?
proper beautiful florals. A really cool idea.
Yeah, they're really, really nice. And again, you just stick them on the edge with two of the petals, bend 2 of the petals over like that. The tacky glue bonds really quickly, obviously. So you stick those on there, and then, again, just a couple of leaves. And if you want to alternate the side you put them on, then you can do that. I'm just putting them all on the same side at the minute, but it doesn't matter. It just means we've got some little boxes then. Let's do that one there. We can bring that one here. Whoops, let me give that, needs to just dry a little bit more because it's on the curve. The petals are on the curve, obviously, so it needs to just grab. But you can see how cute they are, aren't they? Even if you just did like the little ones, I mean, you can make them even smaller and then do them on like as wedding favours on a table.
Yeah, I love that idea. A little chocolate in there or something.
You know, but they're really quite nice. We've got the orange, we've got the blue there, we've got the pink, and we've got the lilac. So let's turn them around to the camera, and then you can see what colours we've got. and then that will give you an
What
idea.
a show.
They're quite cute, aren't they? I
Really
really like
good.
them. I think they're really cute.
We're bang on time, and that is your lot. Well, just a sensational craft along. All that crammed in inside an hour. Do let us know if you're going to be crafting that, and if you are doing it, make sure you send us your pictures, studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk, or leave them on the Armour Crafters Companion page. When we come back in an hour for the final show, it's going to be Easter. I mean, it won't be Easter, because that's the 5th of
Already?
April.
Woo,
Whoa.
yeah.
It will be Easter, though, for our masterclass. If you need some Easter ideas, join us for that excellent show later on. Excellent show.
It'll be a craft.